Welcome back to the Missouri Evergreen cataloging course. My name is Greg Whitmore. I'm the consortium cataloger. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to create what's called a holdings template. You're going to find as catalogers that items are coming in pretty quickly to your library that need to be added to your system. And in the previous video, I talked about a holdings template that you needed to go through and add a whole bunch of information to. What you can do is actually create a template for that particular format of a book or DVD or CD or whatever you want and automate a lot of those responses, and I'm going to show you how to do that. You can see here that I'm on the same record that we were in the last video, and I'm going to go ahead and add another holding, but this time I'm going to show you how to create the template and how it works. So once again, we're going to go into Add Holding. Before we get started on any of this, we're going to go into what's called an Edit Templates. We're going to give this template a name. I usually like to give it the same library that I'm working in at that particular point, and I'm going to call this Adult None. You can really name the template anything you want to as long as you know what library it belongs into and what section it is. I'm a proponent of truth in advertising, so that's what I'm going to use. So I've got my name in here. Now I'm going to go through and start filling out some of these fields based on the type of book it is, which is adult nonfiction. Do I want this item to circulate? Yes, I do. The item status, once I get it cataloged, I'm going to change to available. You can see that there are other options that are there. Again, this is the template that we're going to use to apply to all books in this particular format, so we want to keep it as generic as possible. Circulating library is going to be the same as the owning library, so again I can do a search and find the library that it belongs to. Is this book a reference book? I'm going to say no. Or is this nonfiction a reference book? I'm going to say no. You could create a template that actually is for reference books only, which would be different than what this is. Shelving location, where are these books going to be found at? If we go through the list and we go to adult nonfiction, we can go through and actually find the library that belongs to that particular shelving location. We want this to be visible in the OPAC. Circulation modifier defines what kind of resource this is. For adult nonfiction of this type, they are going to be books. Here we can put in a generic price of what the average book, nonfiction book, might cost. I like to put in kind of a default in here. It can be changed per book depending on if you've got one that's really expensive or really not, but the more information that you put in this template, the quicker it's going to go when you start adding holdings. So as a default, I'm going to say $20. The loan duration, I'm going to change to normal. Acquisitions cost, I'm going to leave blank because that is something that's very library specific. Circulation type is going to be the same as the circulation modifier. In this case, I'm going to go through the list until I find books. Are these books going to be holdable in nonfiction? Yes, they will. Is there going to be a deposit required? That's going to be a no. The age protection is not going to apply specifically. And the quality of this is going to be good. The fine level is going to be normal. We can put in any item notes that we want, but remember, we're making kind of a general template, and those notes are going to be more specific to each individual resource. I'm not going to put anything in any of these fields because they are too specific to the libraries and none of them apply in this particular case. Once I get done filling this out, I want to hit save. And if you've saved it okay, you get a little bit message down here that everything's saved all right. So now I'm going to go back into Edit, and I'm going to start filling this out for adding my holding. I'm going to find the library. I'm going to change this to the Dewey call system. I'm going to put in the call number. I'm going to put in a barcode, And now you can see that we've got a template here that we can work with. I actually have a couple of them, but in this case I'm going to pick Racial Adult Non, and I'm going to hit apply. Now when I hit apply, watch what happens to these fields. They all get filled in automatically with the information that I already put into it. Saves a lot of time instead of having to go through each one individually. Once I've got that done, I can scroll to the bottom of the list and hit save and exit. And again, if it doesn't show up immediately, we can always do a refresh. And you can see at the very bottom there where the new book has been added, including the call number and the barcode, and that it's available. So you can build, again, a template for each one of the individual formats that you have. You can build a template for specific collections that you have. It becomes very, very quick to add books that way. So that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed learning how to build a template and making it much easier to do cataloging at your library. Thanks for your attention. Have a good day.